we represent again. Moving on. Yesterday was sort of, not really nice on Ira Star because they said allegedly a particular artist, that I wouldn't want to mention name, was actually funding an agenda, to tarnish Ira Star's image and person on X. Then our what was he? Juju himself, Israel DMW, now thought that this is the right time for me to advise people with mouth odor.
Oh man.
When you made that post, when you saw it, what came to your mind first? Like, what exactly did you think?
First of all, the first thing that came to my head was Juju needs to go back to Benin. Like maybe when you start making your own money and start living by yourself without, the help or influence of a Davido in your camp, maybe your head go correct. Swipes are swipes, shades are shades, bands are bands.
Yeah.
But I felt like, that was a little bit too much.
Too much.
Given the fact that there's already an agenda on the streets regarding Arista, who I really, really love and respect. I don't think, especially, with all that coming out, I don't think that's why people are doing that. There was a whole video, a whole post on X that I saw explaining, everything. They were vibing to songs like I've forgotten the title of the song, like something about energy or something.
I've forgotten but
Yeah.
say I'm
I'm
allergic to
allergic. Yeah,
so
Sokuso, and then they were just holding their nose. So it doesn't really imply that where you guys getting all these, fucked up agenda from? What's wrong with you
They say they
guys?
are funding them
And now they say they're funding them. And I don't know about that. But one thing I know for certain is, fan bases will always go at each other.
Yeah, definitely.
Regardless of anything. And anybody could do anything to actually affect the next person.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean that it's coming from the top. Although there have been cases and inferences, instances again of an alleged again or allegedly, the big superstars actually funding these movements, this bias, this what they call it, these bands and this unnecessary, psychophancy, if I have to put it that way. It's crazy. But at the end of the day, I really don't like what's happening with Arista, and I felt like Juju, if in fact he's speaking about Aria, the Aria situation, he needs to actually fucking grow up. I beg your pardon my French again. He needs to really freaking grow up and try as much as possible to shut his mouth and just be a PA. Because I mean, like, why are you gonna do that to an Aria star who has not even spoken about the issue at all?
She's not even saying
She's
anything.
not.
Baby
She
girl is
doesn't.
enjoying her life.
She doesn't even need
say
to.
anything. Yeah.
She doesn't even need to, because for what it is very inconsequential, right? Like, have you seen? Like, I don't want to now be casting myself. I've worked close proximity with some of these people, and she smells really good. She smells fresh. What's up,
I mean,
guys?
it's
Calm
even
the fuck down.
obvious.
You
Because
know.
I mean,
So I mean, like, this whole agenda, it goes to show that, we're talking yesterday about the unity in the fan base,
yeah.
but that was for like a different subject entirely. But when it comes to stuffs that are personal like this, come on. I personally feel like a line should be drawn. There should be lines. I don't know who's sponsoring who. I think there was a J1 in the conversation.
Yeah, it started with him now.
Yeah,
He
started
said
with J1.
allegedly he's the one sponsoring it. And
Yeah.
then they were now relating it to the tweets he made last year after the picture he took with Arrested. I was like, you know what, you see what they are doing to me now when I start my home. People are like, okay, it seems like he's the one pointing it now and stuff, but allegedly. I really just feel it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make no sense. It is actually very disheartening to actually Israel is just doing way too much, and for lack of a better way to say, just heating up the polity, if if I can put it that way.
I feel like it's just clowning.
Well,
maybe he just needs the
I hope
attention.
so. I hope so. I hope
Maybe
so
he just
for
needs the
himself,
attention. Abi?
because he shouldn't bring it on the 30 BG guys. Because the truth of the matter
Yeah.
is, when things like this happen, there is always a tendency to actually link it to the fan base. Because if one person shits for church, they go say that everybody shits for church. You get, it's like an injury to one is an injury to all.
Yeah.
That kind of P. And I feel like Israel should know better. That's not what David needs around him right now. He's working super hard to push his album. In fact, yesterday dropped an unexpected dance video.
Yeah.
And we're talking backstage, talking about how he's really gone very intentional about
it,
promoting his album in a different way, in a way that we haven't seen in a long time. and then now you're coming to go and be putting CeraVe or Kinikon,
Say they should
say brush their
brush.
teeth
Oh
and
my god! I'm like,
okay,
really?
save the advice for yourself, my bro.
Grow up, grow up. And then he said another one. Even this when I saw the picture, I'm like, okay, we've seen it. So what else? He's like, oh, and keep your armpits clean as well. I'm like, ah. Oh yeah, who is the owner of this one that you posted? Like, who owns this one? Although for me, an Afrobeat artist came to mind, but I'm like,
Say it.
what? I'm gonna say.
Say it. I think I
No,
know who. I think I know who you think.
what am I talking about?
A guy's name starts with a B and
Eh.
ends with a Y.
Exactly. Exactly. That was the artist that came to mind for me. I'm like, Israel, you don't want to start what you can't finish.
No, bro,
You
bro.
don't want
Israel,
to start what you cannot
Israel.
finish.
Let me tell you for facts now. If you're talking about Burner Boy for the armpit thing,
Ah,
you better
you
retract your
better stop
statement.
it. You better stop it.
Anyways, you're lucky you didn't mention his name. Anyways, if I don't see Big Timbaland for your throat, like it's not, But
Honestly,
I felt like that post was actually too petty.
yeah.
I hope that it's just a joke away from these people that we think or we're thinking,
Even
it
if it's a
affects.
joke here, the armpit on, we could say, okay, I mean, that one is, he started that one. But the old mouth odor thing, he cannot deny that he has not been seeing the agenda. So I just feel like it's not the best time. Even if you're saying, oh, I'm not talking about this person, it's not the best time to actually now come and make the post. You didn't even wait for 2 days or 3 days on the same day.
Mm.
That's quite
It could
too much.
actually be like maybe like a personal experience you might not really know. Maybe you don't go out. Maybe something just affect, just toxic. You know,
And
waiting.
if
Israel
this is
can actually
someone,
be like that.
but if he's so that's if he's someone that is not conversant or up to date with social media, you can't say that he did not see that they're
Does
dragging
this
Arasta.
does Israel look up to date? That boy, no, nothing
Doesn't
concern.
look up to date.
That guy, nothing concern our past Moga, Moga,
But
Moga, Moga.
but if you're going to be honest, with the way he actually typed it, you would know that he was driving at something. He just didn't
Well,
want to go straight. For
all,
me, that's my opinion though.
all the best to him, and I hope, like I said, for the opt-in time, I hope he's not referring to
Oh, do
the
not
guy that his name
start.
starts with B and ends with
Do
Y.
not start what you can't finish,
Big
man.
Timbal. I mean, go and ask Akpi. Akpi never still exonerate. Akpi left that situation.
Oh
If I
my
still use 20
god.
million naira, collect, give portable, they go beat down
See,
again. Like, bro, you don't want to mess with
you
that.
don't want to start what you
But
can't
I mean,
finish.
like, if that is exactly the thing,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see a fight between the 30 BGs and the outsiders because that's going to
It will
be
be brutal.
that's gonna be
It
brutal.
will be
It's
brutal because
crazy.
I can already imagine the FCs playing supporting strikers.
It's crazy.
It will be brutal, guys. It will really be brutal. So we really just hope that it wasn't talking to her. She just time in, I beg. Know when to post things and when not to. Even if it's a personal experience, know when to come and say it. That's it. Ah,